everyone, and welcome to a UAAP Men's Basketball Special. I'm Sam Corrales.
And I'm Diego Dario. On today's episode, we hear exclusive first-hand stories from our UAAP correspondents, and we take a look at some games that caught our eye. This is Starting Lineup.
JD! Puts it on top and hits it nice in the back of the
Now let's hear from two of our 5 new correspondents representing their schools in the UAAP. From National University, we have Z. Luis, and from the host school, UST, we welcome Sidney, Oliva. Hey guys.
Welcome to the show, guys.
Welcome to the show. I know you just had, your game yesterday, but talk us through everything first. So we've been having a lot of games in UST, in your home court.
Yes.
Sidney, what's it like coming to school and then covering a game after? Do the players feel anything that, it's in their home court?
Actually, they're very, very excited. Whenever I ask them, like, how do you guys feel now you're playing in QPAB? Like, super excited. Like, the pressure is there, but they're more excited because it will be a fan favorite since UST. So most of the ones watching will be for Tomasian. So they're really looking forward to hearing the crowds cheer. So more of the pressure, it's really, really exciting for them to play in QPAB.
Right, and it looks like they're playing comfortably also. Of course,
Yes.
that's where they train, right? But let's talk to ZZ. So far, your team and you, they're 3-0, undefeated this season. How is it inside the dugout, in their practices? What's the morale like for this team?
The morale for this team, they're so upbeat. They try to be very stern with practices, but also they don't forget to have a great time while playing. We're a very big family kasi inside the court, and it's more familial. So the relationship inside the court is not just playing against each other. It's more of like your brothers challenging you so that you can do better. Like, that's what it feels like to be inside the dugout and to be in practices. So, yeah.
Parang family talaga for NU, right? Yeah.
What about for UST? Is it the same? Parang brotherhood vibes, family vibes?
Yes, super. Lalo na like with the players being makulit in the game. Like they always say na, okay guys, we do this together. And I'm so happy na they include me in that. Like we did this together. And then when after every practices, we have this like ritual na everyone would go in a circle. Coaches and then us the players, and then everyone would just cheer everybody like, nice game, good luck guys, and tomorrow. So really that teamwork, the chemistry is really there. They're really strong, like bonded together.
I mean, that's how special it is if you're a correspondent. You get to see first-hand action of how it is to be part of the team, what they do even off the court, yung mga things na di nakikita ng fans, of course, while playing. But for you, your team is currently 2-1 after that loss. How is the team? Are they overreacting or relax lang sila after that loss?
Well, in the dugout, there was a heavy atmosphere, of course. There's a sting on losing in their home court. After the game, actually, Coach Pido was looking at the statistics and he was like, free throw? Baka naman. Like that.
In their home court
In
pa,
their
diba?
home
That's
court,
where they
yeah.
practice.
So that was the main gist of what Coach Pido told them in the dugout. But everyone, there's this thing of losing in their home court, but they're looking forward on, bouncing back on the next game because the next game would be also in QPAB.
Right.
So.
I want to talk about the big men in the team. You have Colin Sacoa and Omar John. So you have like medyo vet in Omar John, and then Colin Sacoa, like rookie but really dominating there. So what was it like for him to go up against his former school and you?
Well, when I talked to Collins, I told him na. But I actually asked him what made him choose UST. So I thought it was like something with the team and said, no, the team and I were good. It's just that I found something different with UST. And then I asked him, how are you looking forward na one day you'll play against NU? It's like, I'm very, very excited. Like, he played with this people. And then sabi niya lang sa akin, I just want them to guard me. Like, guard
right.
me. Like, he was looking forward to that moment of, interacting with them in a different angle and a different perspective.
But syempre may relationship na si Collins with these guys. But
Yes.
how about for NU's perspective na I heard, Collins would practice with them even when he was still in high school. How about that relationship between, the coaches, players, and Collins? Kasi even during the game, nakikita mo na they were talking to each other, Z.
Yes, so I believe that some of the coaches still hold a really a sentiment to Collins kasi they did help mold Collins from the ground up. And Collins is a very great player now, but then his roots kasi are from NU talaga. And some coaches would express to me that talaga nakakalungkot, but then some would hold themselves high and like be like, I'm not gonna feel like manghinayang ako over this player because this is how basketball really works. If someone doesn't want to commit to you, then it's okay. Just focus on those who really appreciate you and the team. So that's how they felt. Pero they were also very excited to play with Collins because, of course, they know him na eh. They know how he works, how he plays. So.
You think nakatulong yun in like the way they guarded Collins?
course,
I mean,
of
Collins
course.
had a tough time against
Of
NU.
course, because it really did help because I feel like Collins did learn a lot from National University. So whatever he still has, those lessons, he still brings it to the play. And syempre, coaches know him. Si Collins kasi came like, from high school pa lang. And ayun, sobrang excited sila. They know like mind games and everything. So sobrang, there's still a type of very kakalungkot. Pero it's okay.
I mean, you guys have been covering the games for about a week already. So, what's it like naman for you guys as a correspondent being with the team, early on into the season? I know you guys are both homegrown talents. So, maybe you can share what it's like so far covering all of these games and just being with your teams for about a week or two already, Sidney.
Well, for me, it's really, I'm grateful for the opportunity of learning about this team, getting to know them, because really different. Like what you see on the court, it's really different on how they interact off the court, like while in practice. And I'm so happy na on the short period of time that I got to be with them, I got to know them. That it's really getting comfortable na I'm getting to know them na beyond the interview point. So they were really, the personalities are going out, and it's good na I get to share those personalities while they're playing on court because you can see the difference.
Right. And 3 games pa lang, but you
Yeah,
guys
3
are
games
getting
pa
to know
lang.
them.
Yeah.
How about you, Z? Your experience so far?
Yun, yeah. Also like Sidney, very comfortable na yung team sa akin. They would pull these tricks on me, and then sometimes after practice, we would bond over food, kakain after the practice. And yeah, even during the game kahapon, coaches would hug me kasi, ayun na, there's a lead, there's a 6-point lead, mananalo na. Like, sobrang comfortable na. But then the past 2 games for me it was really like, nangangapa pa ako. I'm still trying to touch everything, to learn everything about them, even trying to grasp how basketball works. So it was nakakailang sa una because they know na I don't know anything somehow, and that's what I need to know kasi it's their stories eh. It's my craft it's my expertise to like try to get to know them. So just as long as I'm showing them that I'm willing to learn about them. So yeah, kaya medyo hinuhuli ko pa yung kiliti nila.
Well, just like in basketball, it's all about growth also as a correspondent. So good luck for the rest of the season to you guys.
USTN and you.
Yeah, looking forward to more of your courtside stories. But from the courtside, we'll go to what's happening inside that court. Stay tuned. You're watching Starting Line. Welcome back. You're still watching Starting Lineup. We heard from some representatives from their school, but now let's zoom out to see the bigger picture. And joining us to talk about last Wednesday action is UAAP analyst and FEU legend, Kenneth Tuffin. Ken, welcome back to the show.
Thanks, guys, for having me. Yeah, it's been great. UAP, I'm back in the picture.
How's everything been? Of course, you're a pro now. You played outside the country, here in the country, but now you're back into the UAAP. I mean,
Yeah.
how does that make you feel?
I mean, I feel like I wouldn't be where I am today, obviously, in the PBA without the UAP, without, obviously, FEU giving me that opportunity quite a while ago when I was a little bit younger. But yeah, I'm happy to be back. It's really an awesome environment.
Nothing like the UAP.
Yeah, I remember your season when you were playing the Eggs in the UAP. I think you guys were playing against each other.
Couple seasons, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's
We
for
won't
sure.
say what season it is anymore. But I
Long time
remember seeing
ago.
you guys both
Good idea.
on the court, and now you're both part of the panel, so that's cool. And I know you covered the games yesterday, Kenneth, and so I want to start first with the DLSU and FEU game. Of course, we do know that Kian Baclan is out because
Yes.
of an injury, so stepping up, of course, is Jacob Cortez. What are
Yes.
your thoughts on this guy?
Jacob is a seasoned pro. I think people forget he's done this before. He's been in championship games, obviously coming into the UAP now. He's such a seasoned vet. 14 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. And what I like about it is you see it with Kian being out of the game. He took control. He was a stabilizing factor there down the stretch. And ultimately, I know FEU had the chance to tie the game at the end, but I credit Jacob Cortez just being that steady factor and running the show.
He's that go-to guy for LaSalle. And, you know, people kind of forget that, as you mentioned, he's already a champion.
Yep.
He's not a rookie anymore, and he plays like it. What do you like about this game? Like, is it the way he carries himself? Is it his pace? Or is it just his overall smoothness on the court?
I know his dad's nickname is the Cool Cat, but then they call him the Cool Cub. So I think he's very cool, calm, collected, and he just goes about his business really well. I think obviously the ball handling, the point guard skills are always there, but I think adjusting to LaSalle and the new system and his new teammates as well, I feel like he's fit right into that system, and he's obviously showing why he belongs in the UAP.
I mean, LaSalle right now is 2-1. What do you think's working for them so far? I know we're early into the first round, but what are you seeing so far, Kenneth?
I just think the effort and the hustle of guys such as like Mike Phillips, Motor Mike, you know, we know how he plays, we know how he gets after every game. Big games, stepping up, knowing it's his last season, he wants to set the tone. But I also like LaSalle's defense and the way that they change up their defense and the ball screen coverages, such as switching, zone defense, and also their offense as well. They're doing multiple actions now, getting a lot more players involved. So it's really good to see.
Right, and you can kind of see the identity of different teams now as we're 3-4 games into the season. Now let's talk about FU, your former school.
My guys.
0-3 so far, but very close games for them.
2 out of the 3 games, I think, Diggs, they've lost it in the last position, or last 2 or 3 positions. So very much, they're there, but I think they just need to close out games. Obviously, Jorik Bautista had an opportunity to tie the game with the layup. I think he'll be kicking himself. But I think they can take a lot of positives from these and hopefully learnings and translate them into wins.
Someone that's really maturing for FEU is Janre Pasaol. I mean, he did say that, he got more in shape now compared to last season, and that just goes to show that his hard work is paying off. I mean, he's coming up clutch for FEU, 21 points in the 4th quarter. Do you see any difference in the hustle of Janre this season?
I think the hustle is always going to be there, but I feel like the maturity is coming in now. Knowing it's his 2nd season, there's a lot more maybe responsibility on his shoulders with obviously the exit of VJ Press. So he's stepping up, he's taking charge, and as we do, Tamara's always play really hard.
Right. You mentioned Jorik Bautista earlier, and you guys kind of played the similar role when you were with FU. Catch and shoot threes, fast break 3-pointers. He's kind of like the floor spacer for FU. Jorik's kind of up and down sometimes, but how do you deal with that as a shooter, as a knockdown shooter from the corners or outside?
I think the play before he missed that layup, he made a transition 3. So, he would make the transition 3 but miss the layup. But I think for Jorik, it's reverting back to the process, knowing that he puts in the work, gets back in the gym. I wouldn't be surprised if he got back in the gym last night and kept on shooting, because that's how we do it. If you're having a good night, bad night, you revert back to your process, and that's what's going to keep you moving forward.
Right, and your FU's dorm is just right beside the court.
Underneath the gym, yeah.
No excuses for doing extra work.
Because hard work works, right? Now, moving on to NU and UST, this is the game you covered yesterday.
Yes.
So we did see that Colin Sakoe was really limited in this match. So what went on there?
I credit that a lot to obviously Omar John stepping up, being back in the UAP now, and the change-up defense again of NU. Sometimes they were dropping into a 2-3 zone, sometimes they were sending an early double, even sometimes a man-to-man matchup with Manansala coming there and just pressuring the paint, being super active. So that's credit to the NU coaching staff and their defensive schemes.
Right. Now, I want to pick your brain because the first game of Collins, that was against UP. He was matched up against guys like Gani Stevens, big guys, but Collins just overpowered them. The second game, they still won. Then that was against LaSalle, an athletic guy like, Mike Phillips. But against, Omar Jan. That was different. What was he doing individually against Collins Sokoy? Or was it a whole team defense thing?
I think individually, it's a pride thing. You know what I mean? I think Collins came from the NU high school system, so it's a game for him. He wants to kind of show them what he's turned into at UST. But I think Omar John took the responsibility, saying, I want this matchup one-on-one. He outplayed him yesterday too, and you talked about the collective, the team effort, the team scheming. So those NU coaches, they've done their homework. They know him very, very well. So I think that was a big testament as to why they were able to get the win yesterday.
Well, it's going to be interesting how he bounces back, after, this NU match, talking about Collins Sokoy. Now, moving on to two guys who are, more of the leaders in the team, Jake Figueroa and Nick Cabanero. What was that matchup like?
You kept mentioning that matchup, right?
Yeah, being a small forward myself or a two-guard, I love to see guys just go at it, offensively and defensively. And what's great about those two guys is they definitely play both sides of the floor. 22 points from Jake, stepping up big in the clutch, and 19 points also from Nick. Those guys, man, I love the way that they play. They're definitely the leaders and the captains of the team, and you can see it just based off their effort, their hustle, and again, coming up clutch down the stretch.
I mean, you love to see the development of Jake Figueroa. He wasn't known to be a shooter, but he had 2 clutch jumpers against UST. What can you tell us about his development here in the UAAP?
I mean, those shots, they may seem easy, but a step back going to the left, I mean, we practice them. You have to put in the reps to do that. So I think the development that he's put in the offseason has been really, really great, and the confidence too. You get confidence from the work that you put in, so I think Jake's done that in the offseason. And again, credit the NU coaching staff, giving him that confidence and making him be able to do that in those positions.
Right. How about Nick? How does he get his points? How does he lead this team? Talking about UST.
He gets his points easy. No, that's, again, testament to his work, testament to the UST coaching staff, putting him in those positions, especially the isolation one-on-one. We know now he likes to go right, spin back to the left, or even go left, spin back to the right. But he can get his points anyway and any way he wants.
I know it's so early, but do you think these two teams are going to be Final Four contenders?
Both teams weren't in the Final Four last year.
Exactly.
We know that. So I think, NU has a chance to go 4-0 this week, and UST obviously piling in the wins as well. I think so. It's anyone's game. You really have to turn up. You really have to play well, because anyone can beat anyone on the day.
Right. You'll never really know what happens in the UAAP.
Yeah. That's why we love it. That's why legends start here. And we're going to be talking more about the games coming up this weekend, so stay tuned. You're watching Starting Lineup. Welcome back to Starting Lineup. We talked about last game day, and now let's move over to our next UAAP weekend, and still here to give us a list of what we should look out for in the Saturday and Sunday games are UAAP analysts Diego Dario and Kenneth Tuffin. Guys, more UAAP talk coming your way. So of course this weekend we've got a really, really huge game. But before we get to that game, we talk about UP versus NU first, happening on Saturday. So a lot of UP fans were probably, hitting the panic button already because UP had, 2 losses at the start, and they were able to bounce back with a win. So what are your thoughts, guys, on this UP team so far?
I mean, for UP, I think they were trying to find their identity to start off the season. They were trying out some stuff. But against UE, it's looking like they're that team that everyone expected them to be. A running team, playing excellent defense as well. But how about UKT, talking about UP and this matchup with NU? I mean, 3-0 for them against the 1-2 UP. We never, I don't think anyone expected NU to be 3-0 and then UP to be 1-2 to start off the season. It's
definitely going to be the NU defense versus the UP offense. We know that this UP team, has struggled early, but we can't forget these guys are very experienced. Most of them have been in championship situations before, or at least Final Four.
Right.
So it's going to be a really, really great game this week, and I'm super excited.
Well, when talking about UP and NU, of course, as you mentioned, defense and offense. UP, obviously, they have those wings
Yeah.
that are heavily on offense. You Harold Dolarcon, Jerry Abadiano, of course, Noy Mogat had his breakout game.
Yeah.
How do you think NU's gonna try to defend these guys?
It's going to be very interesting because I think, yeah, you mentioned it, those UP guards, they're super athletic, super
Right.
quick, and they can score the ball. So I think NU's defense, as we showed in the last game against UST, I think it's going to be very important for them to switch, maybe even switch up the coverages again, as we saw in their previous game, maybe show a bit of zone, maybe even press
Right.
to slow down the UP attack, because we know once those boys get out and running, fast break layups is what they love.
That's their game.
No, it's not only NU that's undefeated so far, so are the Blue Eagles. So
Yeah.
Ateneo 3-0 as well at the start of the first round. They're going to go up against LaSalle 2-1. So what should we expect from this matchup, Diego?
I mean, Ateneo LaSalle, what do you expect from an Ateneo LaSalle rivalry
game.
match? It's always going to be a big game. I mean, fans are going to be coming out to watch. But this time, I think it's different because it's slowly coming back. Last year, Ateneo started the season 0-3.
Now
It's the reverse, 3-0 against the 2-1 LaSalle. So it's kind of back to the old days where in Ateneo and LaSalle, they're the top teams in the UAAP. And you don't even know who's going to win this one.
I know.
Wait,
I mean,
but how did they do it? I mean, they were at the bottom last season and now they're off to a great start. What's going on there?
I mean, we know, talking about Ateneo, we know Coach Tab, the way that he likes to run things, very, very disciplined, but they've also gone out and recruited really well this year. Kaimani Ladi,
Gotta talk about it.
leading Ateneo in scoring at 19 points per game. He can do it all. We see the athleticism, you see the wingspan, but you see that he's very, very comfortable with his teammates. And coming in as a one-and-done player, that's really, really hard to do.
Yep.
So that's a testament to the Ateneo culture, and again, the coaching staff giving him that confidence.
Now, who do you think is going to match up with Kaimani Ladi?
It's going to be tough. I think I might throw a bit of a spanner in the works. I might think Mike might do it. Knowing that Mike Phillips can play out on the perimeter if LaSalle decides to do their switching defense or the usual LaSalle mayhem defense, even
Right.
picking up full court, slowing these guys down. Mike's leading the league in rebounding and second in the league in offensive rebounding as well. So it's going to be offense versus defense, I think. And we know the effort that Mike plays with, and also those LaSalle guards as well. It's going to be such a great matchup.
Right. Personally, I think this Ateneo LaSalle matchup, it's gonna be a test for Ateneo because this is the first time they're gonna see obviously a physical LaSalle pressing defense, athletic wings, athletic bigs, and they just throw different things at you. Talking about the LaSalle defense, so it's gonna be a challenge for guys like Jared Bahay, the point guards, to figure out what this LaSalle defense trying to throw at them.
Well, it looks very physical. You was talking about mayhem and everything. If you're a player, like, how do you make sure that you're able to, go all out from start to finish, especially also have that, like, mental strength that goes along with the physicality up until, the end of the buzzer?
Well, if you're a point guard and you're going up against a pressing team, it's gonna be a long day for you, and it's gonna be a long day for a lot of the point guards for Ateneo because LaSalle loves to press, as you mentioned. The mental toughness has to be there because you have to call plays, you have to be smart even while you're tired, and that's how you win. You gotta go through that in order for teams to win.
Absolutely. For me, I think it's the preparation. These guys will have to really watch the film.
For sure.
Look at areas where maybe LaSalle likes to trap, or what's their defensive ball coverage, all that kind of stuff as well. So again, for me, preparation is really big, and I know that these guys, especially in Ateneo, they're going to prepare, they're going to watch film. They have a lot of great coaches over there as well. So again, it's going to be such a great weekend.
I'm so excited for the one and done guys to actually experience a rivalry game, an
rivalry
Ateneo
game,
LaSalle game.
yeah.
It's gonna be definitely an experience for them.
Yeah, that's going to be happening in Moa Arena, so we're so excited for that. But of course, there's still one more game,
Yes.
FEU and Adamson. Do you think FEU can finally break through and get their first win?
They need to. Obviously, starting the season a little bit slow, 0-3. But again, I see they can take confidence from two of those losses being within the final position or final two positions of the game. Knowing Coach Nash and Adamson, though, he's very, very smart, very, very tactical. I had the privilege of playing for Coach Nash with one. You also played for Coach Nash
Yes.
before. Man, he's such a great tactician as well. So I think it's going to be a great game. Battle of mindset, I think. It's going to be the FEU. Can they close out games? And Adamson's front, what can they do to throw FEU off their game?
Right. When you talk about FEU, obviously you've been following them the past years as well. And then knowing Coach Nash, what do you think is going to happen here? Are there going to be a lot of mind games? Are there going to be a lot of, trapping on the... Because these guys know each other so well.
So well.
Coach Richie Tixon is an assistant for
Yes.
FEU, and he's so close to guys like Coach Nash, Coach Eden Adamson. So how do you think this is going to play out?
I think knowing Coach Nash, he's going to throw something out there that maybe FEU hasn't seen before. Just knowing how he coaches, knowing how he operates as well.
Right.
There's going to be obviously a lot of preparation, a lot of film to be done from both teams. But again, Coach Nash will throw something in there that will catch them off guard. So I'm excited to see how the young FEU guards, how they're going to respond.
It's going to be very exciting. This weekend, everyone's got to tune in. A lot of big games. And Katie, thank you so much for giving
good,
us your
guys.
knowledge and your analysis on those games. Appreciate you for the time, man.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, good.
And that's it for tonight. Thank you for joining us. I'm Diego Dorio.
And I'm Sam Corrales. This is Starting Lineup.